Hi, I'm Bill from QA Cafe, and I'd like to show you what to expect when you receive your new NTA3000. The NTA3000 is a hardware platform used for CDRouter, the leading test tool for CPE devices and broadband access gateways. The NTA3000 is our newest and most powerful network test appliance to date, and is a significant upgrade from previous NTA1000 systems. Let's open up the box and see what's inside. On top, you'll find a box of accessories. Here we have 4 green Cat6 Ethernet cables, each 7 feet long. These can be used with the 4 10 gigabit per second Ethernet ports on the NTA3000. And here are 11 tri-band antennas. These work in the 2.4, 5, and 6 gigahertz bands. They connect to the 11 RP SMA antenna connectors spread across 4 Wi-Fi cards on the NTA3000. Here we have 4 rubber stick-on feet you can attach to the bottom of the NTA3000 if it will be sitting on a desk and not installed into a rack. And finally, a power cord. When you purchase your NTA3000, you can choose to also purchase the Advanced Accessory Pack, which further improves testing and consists of additional elements. If you purchased the Advanced Accessory Pack, this top accessory box would look like this. You get everything we just saw as standard accessories: Ethernet cables, antennas, rubber feet, and power cord. You'll also receive 11 magnetic antenna bases. The tri-band antennas can be screwed into the RP SMA connectors on the NTA3000 directly. However, it can sometimes be more convenient to locate the antennas away from the NTA3000 as well as from each other. These are 5-foot-long coax cables with an RP SMA connector on one end and a magnetic base on the other. The antenna connects to the magnetic base, which also has an RP SMA connector. The base can sit on a flat surface or be attached to a metal object such as an equipment rack or even the NTA3000 chassis itself. This allows much more flexibility with antenna placement. Rack rails. With this kit you can mount the NTA3000, which is a 3U system, into a standard 19-inch rack. Below the accessory box there's a thank you card and a getting started brochure that gives a high-level overview of the NTA3000 and how to begin testing your devices with CDRouter. And look here, t-shirts. Check out these beauties. Before getting into the NTA3000, there may be one additional accessory box on the bottom. You'll receive this only if you purchased the Advanced Accessory Pack. Let's look inside. This box contains the Synaxis SynLink PDU. This is a 1U rack-mountable power distribution unit that provides remote programmatic control of its outlets. A device under test that is plugged into this system can be powered on and off through various means, including a simple script included with CDRouter. This allows a device to be powered on or rebooted at the start of a test run and powered off at the end of a test run, for example. This bag contains 8 universal power adapters that plug into the 8 outlets on the back of the Synaxis SynLink PDU. These will allow you to plug in devices with various plug types. This USB cable can be used to connect the Synaxis SynLink PDU to the NTA3000. This is the simplest way to connect the two systems. They can also be connected via Ethernet if desired. Here are some rack mount ears for the Synaxis SynLink PDU. It's light enough so that rails are not needed. Or you can sit it on a desk or even on top of the NTA3000, in which case 4 additional rubber stick-on feet can be attached to the bottom. And finally, a power cord for the Synaxis SynLink PDU. Note that this end is a C19 plug. Okay, now let's look at the NTA3000 itself. Looking at the front panel, you'll see all I/O is here and easily accessible. The only things on the back are fans and power inlet. In this corner are 2 momentary rocker switches. The left one will cause the NTA3000 to reboot immediately. The right one is used to power the NTA3000 on and off. See the NTA3000 Quick Start Guide for more info. Up here is an LCD that shows various system information, including the IP address of its management Ethernet ports. The top 2 buttons advance the screens in one direction. The bottom 2 buttons advance in the other direction. A couple general-purpose USB ports. There are a total of 6 available on the system. A VGA port if you want to connect a monitor and work on the NTA3000 directly. These 2 Ethernet ports are Management 1 and Management 2. Use these ports to connect the NTA3000 to your local network. By default, Management 1 is configured to use DHCP, and Management 2 is set to a static IP. This Ethernet port is a special IPMI port, used for remote management of the NTA3000. The use of IPMI is optional and should be limited to experienced users or under the direction and guidance of the QA Cafe support team. Again, see the NTA3000 Quick Start Guide for more info about this. And finally, we get to the test interfaces. The first 2 slots are populated with identical quad 1 gigabit per second Ethernet cards, all available for testing your CPE devices. The interface names are displayed down below, so we have ETH1 through ETH4 on this card, and ETH5 through ETH8 on this card. This next card is different. These are 4 10 gigabit per second Ethernet ports, named ETH9-10G through ETH12-10G. If you use these ports for testing, be sure to use Cat6 Ethernet cables, like the 4 included as standard accessories. Next are the Wi-Fi interfaces. These first 3 slots all contain identical tri-band Wi-Fi 6E cards. Names down here. And this last one is a tri-band Wi-Fi 7 card. A typical setup might look like this, where your device's WAN is connected to one Ethernet port and your device's LAN is connected to another Ethernet port. Of course, you can also make use of the available Wi-Fi or 10 gigabit per second Ethernet ports as needed. If you purchased the Advanced Accessory Pack, you can make use of the Synaxis SynLink PDU by connecting it to the NTA3000 and powering your devices through it like this. Using the included USB cable is the simplest way to connect the 2 systems. You can use any available USB port on the NTA3000, but make sure to use the USB port labeled COM on the Synaxis. Now, in your CDRouter configuration, you can have your device reboot at the start of a test run and power down at the end of a test run just by setting the appropriate test VARs. Again, I encourage you to check out the NTA3000 Quick Start Guide, which goes into many of these things in more detail. And if you have any questions about the NTA3000, CDRouter, or any of the other products offered by QA Cafe, please reach out to our incredible support team.